Hi, Dean Huskies. Welcome to this orientation day or your first day of school, depending on when you're watching this video. This video is to show you just what our movement breaks or recess look like this year. One of the things we want you to be aware of is we do have different zones set up for those recess or movement break situations. Most of you will be going out to recess and accessing this pink zone here. Some of you may also be using this orange zone. The blue zones really are going to be kept for extra recesses or those movement breaks throughout the day when classrooms need a chance to be outside. All recesses, whether in the pink or in the orange, will line up here in front of the tent where there will be a cone like last year, and you will head to the building. A para will blow the whistle or the bell will ring. You'll quickly line up and head on your way. There's not going to be a lot of waiting here as we're moving the line to the building. Quickly join in so you're not left behind. When entering the recess doors, you'll hand sanitize, enter the door, and that's where your classroom teacher should be meeting your class and then heading to your room from there. A big change this year is our playground structures are off limits. It's so sad. You're going to see cones just around, just a friendly reminder telling us no playground equipment. This is because there's so much area there that would need to be cleaned and disinfected after you used it. And we just don't have the time or the supplies to do that every day for every grade. So unfortunately, our playground structures and our swings are closed. You can try to earn those through some positive behaviors, though. More to come later. With that, the other thing that I want you to know is at these zones, there will be ball bags. You can use that equipment. It's a lot easier to disinfect the ball bags than it is the recess equipment. And I'll go over what equipment is there in just a minute. Really quick, think about your bathroom needs and your drink needs. We are really limiting the number of kids coming into the building during their recess. Bathrooms should be used before going to recess. So you're done with lunch, you're all cleaned up, you should go then. If you're thirsty, you can wait 20 minutes to come in and get a drink. We know you can. If you're bleeding and it can be fixed with just a simple Band-Aid, teachers and paras will have Band-Aids on them. However, there are times where you're going to get hurt and you're going to need to come in and see Miss Gigi. So if you get a bump to your head, you're bleeding beyond the use of a Band-Aid, you're having problems breathing, or any other symptoms, the adults out at recess will radio Gigi and will come meet you at the K1 entrance and take you inside. Playground rules and protocols. Really, the big thing to know is that the playground structures and swims are off limits. If you're the only classroom outside, it's important for now to keep the kids in your designated zone. This way, Miss Mariah knows what needs to be cleaned throughout the day. Most of you are using the turf in the basketball court, and we have split that surface up. So just a second, and I'll show you a picture of that. There's also a ball bag that includes a kickball, soccer ball, basketballs, jump ropes, things that are going to help you entertain yourselves during this recess time. The pause matrix is very important when you think about your rules out on the playground. Be sure to share the equipment and the space. Allow and invite others to your play and show good sportsmanship. Listen to those adults out on the playground and return the equipment to the ball bag or a designated area so we don't have to go chasing around for it. Stay in the playground boundaries and use the restroom prior to going outside. Be sure to line up quickly and quietly with your class, trying to maintain our 6 feet of social distancing, and wear your mask when you're close to others. And remember, safety matters the most when playing outside. Have good body control, use all equipment appropriately, follow rules for each sport, tell an adult if you feel unsafe, and wear your mask when lining up. Here's what the turf will start to look like. This year, we are going to split the turf in half and have half of the turf for soccer. We know lots of you like to play soccer and could play soccer every single day. We're going to really limit it to 3 kids per team. So I'll have 3 kids on this team and 3 kids on this team. Once a team scored a goal, the team that was scored on will go off the field and a new team of 3 will go on, if you have that many people playing. It's important to take turns and really try to limit how many kids are on the field at once. Then on the second half of the field will be a time for you guys to be creative. What kinds of games can you come up with? The only theme this year is no tag. Not just no zombie tag, but no tag, because it involves touching other people. And unfortunately, we just have to keep our hands to ourselves. We can use equipment though, because we can always wash those hands afterwards, but I can't go in and wash my clothes. They're on me. The other area that most of you will use with your zone is the basketball court. We have our 2 hoops set up. There's a 4-square court there. There's also room that you can use for jump roping and hula hooping, and the hopscotch area, playing in the rocks. But remember, we're not picking up rocks and throwing them. That's dangerous. Some of you, remember how I had that other zone, that second zone? This is the second zone. And the second zone has a 4-square court. It also has some gravel. And for now, we could start playing on that gravel. Maybe that's a place where I sit. Maybe that's a place where I just run around. But there's going to be cones, and I can't go past those cones. That's into the next boundary. I can't go past that. In this area, I could do 4-square, jump rope, but again, no tag and no going up to the tree. I know it's going to be hot and you're going to want shade, but you can be okay for 20 minutes out on recess. There will also be basketballs. Even though there's no hoops, you can still practice your dribbling and ball handling. We'll also think of other pieces of equipment we can get out to support everyone in this zone. I have done a lot of research, and there are 15 different ways to play 4-square. So that might be something that we want to investigate and learn a little bit more about. The front lawn could also be an area for a grade level for recess. And you can play soccer, but we really need to watch how many times that ball goes out of bounds. And if it's too many times, soccer is going to have to go away. We could have lawn games such as a hula hoop and tossing the beanbags in them. There could be jump ropes. Chalk could be over on that side. Organized relay races could potentially be something that we organize. We just have to think creatively about our recess time this year. And don't worry, Miss Petty's on it. With that, I hope this is just a quick glimpse as to what recess will look like, and for classroom teachers to know how to support students when taking them out to recess for these orientation days. Please reach out if you have any questions. Enjoy, everyone. Bye.